Okay, hey everybody. We're back to action here. We're doing the next round of play, and right now we have Lonnie Fox-Raymond versus Ashley Rice. They're doing the lag, and that's a close lag, but it looks like Lonnie probably has it, just by a hair, I'm thinking. Maybe? Yes. So we're playing a race to 8 here. In case you're just joining us, we're at the WPBA Fairfield Invitational, and we're here in Fairfield, Iowa, which is our third year here, thanks to Darren Hamilton, who is our not only our board member volunteer, but also the sponsor, a big sponsor, and also the promoter for this event. So as she gets racked up here, I'll tell you a little bit about Lonnie. Lonnie is from her birthplace and she's living in Adrian, Michigan. She's currently ranked 47th. Lonnie has a 2020 Midwest Open Ladies Championship, 2022 Men's Masters VNEA Michigan State Champion, 9-ball and 8-ball, 2022 VNEA International Team Cup, numerous BCA and VNEA national and state titles. Her best finish in the WPBA is ninth, tied for ninth in Iowa's WPBA Suntime Classic in 2021, and fourth place all-around finish in Straight Pool Eyes Triple Crown event. So she broke a ball, she made a ball, and has a good shot on the 1. Let's see what she can do to get position on the 2. She's going to have to use a spin on the bottom right to come back behind the 2. That was done perfectly. So it looks like the 3 is down this end of the table. I think the hardest shot is going to be going from this 2 to the 3 and getting the right position so she can get back up for the 5. So we're always thinking 3 balls ahead, just to make sure that we don't get in trouble with our ball position. See, like this is not a good spot to be in, because she could stroke it really with a lot of top. If I'm looking at these balls right, let me look over the top. I believe the 3 is down in the bottom left. It kind of looks the same as the 5 up in the middle. But if she had come around a little bit more, she could just draw it up and play the 5 in the top right-hand corner. Now it's just going to be a much tougher shot here. Yeah, so even if she had made it, she didn't have the draw, and now the 6 is blocking the other pocket. So, and that's all from that 2-ball to 3-ball position play. So now we have Ashley Rice up at the table. And Ashley is from Atlanta, Georgia. She's already got some fans on the page. Dana. That was a nice, smooth shot. She left a shot for the side pocket with the 5-ball. The natural angle will take her over towards the 6 to get the 6. Ashley's current ranking is 39 in this event. And she is sponsored by Q's Billiards, and Jacoby Custom Cues. Okay, a little out of position here. It's a really thin cut, and what that means is if she tries to do it, instead of playing position a safety, I think I might try to play a safety here. Yeah, that was a good safety, very good safety. That way she's not selling out. If she had tried to cut that ball in, not only is the cue ball going to fly around the table and you never know where it's going to land up because you're hitting it so thin, you might scratch. There's a lot that can happen. So Lonnie just needs to see a very small piece of the 6. Hi, Doug. Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. This is Dawn Hopkins, and I am playing in this event. I just finished a match at 2, and I won that match, and I play again at 10. So the girls have kindly asked me to sit in the booth and fill in for Lonnie because she's playing, and also Angela Janik, who's getting ready to play it, I think, at 8 o'clock. Well, that was a really nice shot. She knew she was going to go into the 7 ball and just hoped that it didn't do anything funny like scratch, and ended up pretty good. So on this one, she has 2 options. She could cut it in the side and the natural angle will roll down for the 8, or she can pocket it in the corner if she feels more confident with that and just play the 8 in the same corner. So she opted to play it in the side. Great shot. She's playing very steady for the first rack. And this one, you really just want to stop the cue ball there. There's no way she's going to get the cue ball to come down closer to the 9, and you really don't need to. You don't have to be perfect. Good shot. And she did end up perfect. I guess there was a little more angle than I expected. All right, so Ashley is on the scoreboard 1-0. And we'll get that score up for you. There you go. And it's going to be Ashley's break. It is a rotate break, alternate break. So whether you win or you lose, you're alternating. So Ashley will have this break. And while she's doing the rack, I'll show you a little bit about some of our sponsors. Okay, so that gives you an idea of all our great sponsors out here. Hello, Diva. Thanks for joining us. I see Cindy Drake is there. She's rooting for Lonnie. Let's all just root for a good match, though, right? See, the corner ball has been going on this table. That would be the 7. There it goes. And she did a perfect break. That is your ideal perfect break. 1 in the side, the corner ball, and then the cue ball is positioned right in the center of the table, which gives you more opportunity to reach wherever the next ball is. So I love that break. That was a very good controlled break. So I think if she just makes this 2, comes to the left rail and back out again for the 3 ball. Just like that. That was perfectly played. So now the 3 is in good position. She doesn't have to move the cue ball that much if she can just draw it up a little bit to play the 4 in the top right corner. She moved it a little bit more than, it's a little overstroking, but it's okay. She's still at the table. Okay, so you might have heard that Emily Duddy has defeated Kia Burwell, and I believe Kia is maybe not in the tournament anymore. I'm not sure. By the way, you can go to digitalpool.com, and that's where the brackets are. Just search under tournaments for the WPBA Fairfield Invitational, and all the brackets are up. Also, you are on YouTube, so thank you for that. Come and watch on the WPBA page. We appreciate that. If you could also share it with your friends so that we can get more viewers. That way we can get better cameras in the future and all that once we start getting this thing rolling. We've got a new feature here. I'm going to try to pop over to it. We're just getting this on. It's live scoring, so let me see at the other tables if there's any other scores up that we can look at. Great shot. Okay, so that's some of the matches that are going on now at the other tables. But again, you can go to digitalpool.com to see all the brackets and things. I don't think it has live scoring, but it'll at least tell you whose matches are playing. Yeah, that one was understroked a little bit, maybe a little off on the position play. But if you play any straight pool, this is like the perfect angle. Very nice. Very good way to stay down on her shot, and that will give Ashley 2 games to 0.
And her opponent, making her first appearance in the WPBA, lives somewhere in Fairfield, Iowa. She's sponsored by the local Mad Hatter Billiards. First place Midwest 8-Ball Championship finish in 22. Quicksands, Tara Connor. And down on table 1 from Sherbrooke. She is coached by Stefan Zagelski, Natalie Shamat. And her opponent, ranked 64th, sponsors include Jacoby Hughes, Chelm Billiards, Hillside Notary, Team Straight Pool IN and the Zone. The Southern Sniper making her first match of the weekend, Amanda Mann. She's the benefit of a bye first round. Go ahead, flag and break, ladies.
Can you guys out there in the chat room, can you hear the announcements? I just wanted to be quiet for a second. That was Dean Rossler, our president of the WPBA, who does a great job as a tournament director, and also he is also a producer of some of our events and on the board of directors as president. But I don't know if you guys can hear his announcements. Well, Lonnie is, I think, almost hitting it not hard enough because the corner ball came up high on the right, and normally that corner ball is going, but when it comes up high towards like when it hits on the rail more towards the side pocket, that means that you're not hitting the pack of balls hard enough. So she's going to have to adjust her speed if she wants to stay at the table. There was an opening there, but she missed that shot. So let me see. Let me get another angle. Can't really tell from there. It's close whether or not she can make this or She may have to try to bank it. Okay, nice and naughty, Bella. Thank you. So she attempted a bank, didn't make it, and now there is a shot up in the top corner. So she'll just roll the cue ball up a little bit. Good shot. Very good. Ashley is really seeming comfortable at the table right here. She's stroking it smooth. She's taking her time. As you can see her walking around to see exactly where she wants to be for that next shot, because she's got to get from the 4 to the 5 and wants the correct angle. So you really need to walk around the table after every shot to make sure that you've got the right angle. Daniel, yes, we would love 10 cameras over there, but I think right now this tournament actually is the first tournament that we've used as many cameras as we do have. I think Angela and Lonnie have done a great job with putting together this equipment for us, and we're very appreciative of what we do have so that you guys at home can see. And I know it's only going to get better and better. And part of the way you can help with that is those ball sets that are for sale. I'll show you that after this rack is finished, where you can go on the WPBA website and you can purchase a set of pool balls, and all that money helps for us to get this equipment better and better. So Lonnie can see a piece of this, but she's going to have to decide. I think I would clip the left side, from our view, clip the left side of the 5, bring the cue ball back to where it is now, because you've got that pack of balls in the middle to hide it. Okay, that works too. That's a short shot, but didn't quite get the safety there. Yes, Doug, I do have my hands full with Margarita, but maybe she's going to have her hands full with me, right? Got to think that way too. Thank you for that comment, Mike. That's a nice shot there. She has her speed down very good. So Lonnie may have to get her jump stick out, and yep, she's going to get her jump stick and try to make a nice hit on this and possibly pocket it up in the top right. Doug, that's what I'm talking about. You got to go in with the winning attitude, right? Even if you're the underdog. That was almost made that. Look at that. She's going to leave a straight in shot, unfortunately. So Ashley's up at the table. Let's give another view here. She's got a really nice stroke. If you notice, her stick is nice and straight. And she keeps down on the shot until after she's hit the ball, which is a habit that some people have where they jump up too soon. But if you watch, her arm is in perfect alignment with the cue stick, and she stays down after she shoots. See that? She didn't come up until after she hit the cue ball. And that was quite a slice. So Lonnie has to like this. It's her opportunity to get on the scoreboard. She needs to do something here. Lonnie has some sponsors that I want to mention. Straight Pool Eye is her sponsor. And some other things that you may not know about Lonnie is she's the owner of Isis Hair Studio. She's been a master stylist for 20 years. And she can even do her own hair. It's beautiful. I was in the bathroom and she was asking me how it looked in the back because she can't see the back. But if you look closely at it, she's got it all funked up there, so it's really cool. Very nicely done. And this one, she's going to be shooting the 9 off the rail because there's no angle here on the 8, so she's just going to have to pocket, stay down, and take that straight in shot on the 9 off the rail. And just like that. This will get her on the scoreboard. Great shot. Very good. Okay, that puts Lonnie up on the scoreboard. We'll get you that score up. And I told you I was going to show you the way you can help the WPBA streaming. Is to go to the WPBA website. While she's racking, I'll show you that. Okay. Hi, Steve. How can you support? Well, being on the stream with us is one of the ways, and we appreciate that. You can share this with your friends, tell them about the YouTube channel. You can go to the WPBA website, as you saw the pool balls, and support any of our sponsors. There's links on there. Just being a fan, and that's wonderful. We appreciate it. Let's see. So she made a ball. The other thing that I didn't mention yet is, in it because there hasn't been a problem, but when they break, you have to have 3 balls cross the line where you break from. So 3 balls have to go over, or you can pocket a ball and have 2 balls go across that line, or pocket 2 balls, have 1 ball, and the cue ball is not considered one of those balls. So hopefully none of the ladies will have that go against them, because if you don't do that, then no matter what happens, let's say you pocket 1 ball and only 1 ball crosses that line, you have to give up the table to your opponent. Now your opponent would have the option of taking it the way it is or giving it back to the player in case they were snookered or something. Thank you, Steve. See, I'm kind of surprised she tried to follow that. I thought that she was trying to do too much there. Maybe should have just stopped the cue ball because the 6 was right there. So I'm not really sure why she felt like she had to move the cue ball 4 or 5 more feet to get around and play the 6 in the same pocket. So Lonnie is back at the table. Lonnie's husband is named Bob, and she has a son, Brad, who is 23 years old. Oh, just not enough Wheaties on that shot. So I believe that this stream stays up on our YouTube channel so people can come back and watch this. So all of your nice comments to these players, they'll be able to go back and view too. Here's the Simonis banner and the Aramith pool balls in the background. We really appreciate our sponsors for these events. And Simonis, look out, ooh, that was close. Simonis, the 860 cloth, and the Aramith pool balls, diamond billiards, as you can see the tables, all of those equipment have been with WPBA for years. And we truly appreciate all of their support, as well as all of the sponsors of this event. So she's left herself a tester, and as you can see, the shot clock is up to the left. So she's got an extension, I believe, left, which can give her some more time, but I don't think she's going to need it here. Ooh, she used all of that pocket. So that puts Ashley up 3-1. So let me give you a view of the other tables. We've just got this live score stream thing. We're adding it, so hopefully this is going to work good for you guys at home so you can see the other tables. Okay. And so let's see what she does with her break here. The last time she broke, she didn't hit it hard enough, and the corner ball on the right is the one that usually goes into the pocket if you hit it well. Last time she didn't hit it hard enough, and it hit up towards the side pocket, so let's see what happens here. The other thing you're trying to do is to put the one in the side pocket. See, that time she hit it a little harder and it went. So that was a great break. She left the cue ball parked right there. Leanne, I didn't pick up on that one. Maybe I was talking about something else when that happened. So I did not see that happen, but thank you. Oh, that's unfortunate. She didn't cut that enough and ended up scratching. So it gives ball in hand. I know the 9 is right there, but most pros are not going to go for this combination unless they're really good at combinations, because the percentage of making that is pretty low. So she's got a pretty open table. If she just pocketed down in this pocket and drew it straight back, she'd have a nice shot on the 2. Just don't want to run into the 7, so make sure you hit that ball nice and straight. Because hitting that 7, you can get stuck behind the 7. That was perfect. So she left an angle. The 3 is up at the other end of the table. So she's going to try to come in between, I believe, in between the 5 and the 3. Uh-oh. Okay, she really wanted to come up above the 5 so that she didn't have that problem. Thanks for taking care of that, Mike. I'm not really sure of the dimensions. I probably should be because I play on it, but to me, I just get out, get used to the equipment. These tables have always been very consistent. Whoa, nice shot. Nice jump shot. Very, very nice. Way to stay at the table. Ugh, that has to hurt. Making such a nice shot. Good jump shot. Well, she didn't leave anything that's going to hurt her. But I always say, you don't know what's going to happen. Lonnie could hit this and kick it in, even though she's stuck. So it's a tough path here. I'm thinking the only thing she can do is go to the bottom rail, to the side rail, and back up to the end rail. Just like that. Oh, she just missed it. So that was kind of a lucky roll there for Ashley, but when you're getting unlucky things happen, then you just have to be patient and wait for it to be your turn and control the situation. So she's got ball in hand. We'll just play straight. Oh, overstroked it. So she's had a couple of position errors now. I don't know why her game is changing a little bit here and there. She's tightening up a little bit. Wow, great shot. But just had to come with, a really good shot and leave whatever's going to be left. So there's a little danger here of maybe scratching off the 9 ball, or she may hit the 9 full, but focus 100% on making this ball because the 8 is right in front of the pocket. And she got fortunate again. Like I said, Lonnie's just going to have to be patient. There's nothing you can do about it when your opponent leaves you safe accidentally. So as you can see, I don't think she can hit any part of it. So she's going to go get her jump stick. And, jumping is one of the tools that we have to have in our bag. The diamond system also, the kicking system. Some people would kick at this because they are confident to get behind the ball and maybe play a kick safety. But you need all the tools in your bag because your opponent's going to bring them out, and it helps you to win. Okay, she didn't hit the ball. She seems to be getting a little frustrated, which, is understandable. 2 shots in a row that this game just doesn't seem to be meant for her. So the score, Dave, is 3-1. Ashley, this will make it 4-1 if she makes this out. Okay, she's got perfect on the 9 ball. This will put her up 4-1 if she can pocket this 9. She's taken a little extra time just to make sure. Good shot there. And so it is now 4-1. Whoops. We'll get that score up there for you. And I'm going to go over to the other tables and see if anything's changed in the scoring on the other tables while they take a break or get the next rack set up. Can you guys hear me now while the scoring is on? I'm not sure if the screen allows you to hear me. I think you can. So I'm going to talk here. So we got Jerry Ng is playing Beth Fondell, and Beth is up 3-0. Amanda Mann is up 2-0 on Nathalie from Canada. Nicole and Ada are at 2-2. Tara and Laura Smith. Laura has her 3-0. Laura's my roommate. She's so I'm not that I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for the better player, but maybe I'm rooting for her. Veronique from Canada and Jai is 2-2. Thank you guys for letting me know that I can be heard. Some of these screens that I go to, they don't allow you to do that. Okay, so back to action here. If she can clip a piece of it, she's going to try to double. I would try to bank this, and the cue ball will naturally come down for the 2 ball. Just like that. So if you make it, you get a shot, kind of. If you don't make it, you get safety. So that was a great shot. I assume Ashley's going to take out her jump stick. She's done pretty well with the jump so far. And like someone said earlier, the diamonds are a more consistent way to know where your cue ball and your object ball are going, and that is true if you're good at your diamond system. I know for some people that can be a little overwhelming. There's a lot of systems to learn, but if you just learn 2 or 3 of them, I think I know for sure, like I know 3 of them. Oh, look at this. This is definitely a possible 1-9 combination here. I would rather combo this because, I don't know, it's easier for me. You can also carom it if you feel like you can get safe with the 1, but the 6 ball is in the way of the banking the 1 up the end of the table, so I don't know that you can get safe anyway. Sometimes the carom is better, sometimes the combo is better. So she's decided on the carom. Great shot. But see where the balls ended up after? So that's one of the reasons you would choose to do one or the other. That was great. So that puts her up to 2 on the scoreboard. So the score is now 4, Ashley 2, Lonnie. Lonnie also said that she really likes to go camping, and she said she also likes making people beautiful, which I assume is connected to being the owner of the hair studio, and I'm sure she does that when she does your hair up. You feel beautiful when you walk out there. And she has some giant dogs. Whatever that means, I don't know. Maybe she's got some I don't know, wolf dogs or something. We'll have to ask her that later. Okay, we're going to watch for this corner ball here to go. And the one possibly in the side pocket. Lonnie is from Adrian, Michigan. So we had mentioned that earlier, but I don't think you were on yet. Yes, maybe Great Danes. Okay, there's that corner ball that went. The one goes up the table and doesn't have a shot except for maybe a bank, but it looks like kind of a long, like a wide bank. So if she wants to go for this, she's going to have to put some left English on the cue ball, maybe even, and hit it hard because that'll shorten the bank. Because right now, if she just played straight into it, she would miss the bank below the side pocket. She can also play safety here. A Pressa, Julie. Pressa, is that a type of dog? I've never heard of that. Okay, she opted to play safety. I don't like putting the 1 ball anywhere near the 9 ball. It's scary because if it rolls wrong and you end up sitting on top of the 9, you can give a free game away. So think about that when you're playing your safeties. If you're going to move the 1 down at the same end of the 9 ball, make sure you don't put it by the 9 ball. See how that 9 moved towards the pocket? That could have been really dangerous, and Lonnie may have another carom here. Yeah, I think this is our better angle here. Perro de Presa Canario, dog breed. Wow. All right, so she's going to draw this ball, draw the cue ball off the 1 a little bit. Oh, she did not decide to do the carom. I didn't know that the 9 was so far out of the table, but she's come to a spot where it's probably one of the worst spots that she can be in on the 2, even though it's sitting out in front of the pocket. I don't know that she can cut it in, so she could play the 9 here too. Just skim the 2 and get the 9 to go, the cue ball to go back into the 9. Oh my gosh, is that hers? So, are you her husband? So Bob is here, and Bob is her husband, and he just showed me a picture of their 2 dogs. I think if she ends up winning the match and gets on camera, we'll have to show everybody at home. They're adorable. They've got this little, like a dog sleeping bed, and one of the dogs that's smaller is in the bed. The other one, there's no way could fit in this bed, so just his front paws are in the bed. That's little Bella. 170 pounds, little Bella. Wow, thank you, Bob. Okay, she tried to play a safety, but left her actually with a wide open shot. Julie says hi, Bob. He says hi back. Okay, Carly, we'll see if Lonnie can get up here after the match and do that. Okay, the 3's right in front of the pocket. The danger here, if she makes it, is the 9. You know, she could run into it and scratch off of this 9 if she hits it kind of funny. Hopefully she would hit full into the 9, but that 9 is definitely coming into play if she can't stop it. Okay, So she came off the rail, if you notice that. She hit the rail first a little bit. And yes, it was a big pocket. No, he said 170 pounds. So that's a big dog. Everything's open here. You see the 5 is by the side pocket. Hi, Rick. You're welcome. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Okay, this one, she's got the wrong angle on the 5, so I think she can cut this in the side and use high right-hand English with a nice smooth stroke. You can get the English to pick up off the rail. If you hit it too hard, then the cue ball kind of bounces backwards, and it's actually harder to get the cue ball to spin up table. So you just have to shoot it more soft, just like she did. Perfect. Great shot. Okay, so a little bit straight on this shot, but it's okay. It has enough angle to pop it off and come out for the 7. If the 7, does the 7 go? Let's see if the 7, oh, I see her dilemma. So she may have to follow down and play up in the, well, it doesn't go up in the corner either. Yeah, she's got a little bit of work. If there's angle on the 6, I might come high left and spin out in between the 7 and the 9, but not knowing the exact angle she has, I'm not sure if she can do that. There it is. Yep, she was able to do that. Great shot. Very nice shot. I did say 170. Yes. Big dog. Okay, she just had to take the long shot on the 8. This is the tough shot here, and the 9 is kind of sitting in front of the pocket. I don't think she expected to be this far away. Doug, where have you been? You have to pay more attention to us. Oh, what a sweet shot that was. That was a good shot. So this one, just hit this soft because you don't want to scratch in the side pocket. So you don't want to hit it too hard where it goes right in the side. It's a thin cut. Yes, Doug, these two have been on the tour for a little bit, quite a bit. So very nice. See where it's going towards the side? But she hit it at that nice, soft, perfect speed. Otherwise, she would have scratched. Carly, these two are on a shot clock. That's happens when you're on the streaming table. The other matches, at the halfway point of the match, so the matches are 2 hours, scheduled for 2 hours. So after 1 hour, if the two opponent scores hasn't reached 7 combined, then they will go on a shot clock. So no, you can't really ask to be put on a time clock. You can tell the tournament director that there's slow play being had, but that's up to the tournament director's discretion. You can't really require it because there is a rule in place. Somebody asked if I missed the ESPN days. Well, yeah, of course. That was those were fun times, but these are fun times too. It's just something different. There's a lot of great things now that we didn't have back then. So the tour, I'm really grateful for what we do have now, and ESPN was wonderful for us, but the streaming is actually the new way to go. There's more people that actually watch on stream pool than ever watched on ESPN, so I'm pretty grateful for that. That was a lucky little shot. She seemed to jump up on that shot. She didn't seem real comfortable on that shot. Yes, I did a lot of ESPN commentary back in the day. Really nice comeback to stay back at the table. So, Connie, the score is updated 4-2. Oh, you're right. It's supposed to be 4-3. Thank you. Somebody's got to keep me in line. Okay, she's got the 5 here. Just pull back behind for the 6. Leave the angle to come back down the table for the 7. You want to be kind of straight in for the 7, or you don't want to be to the right side of the center of the table, because then you're just going to run into the 9 ball. So she needs to bring the cue ball back down. So that's straight. That's gonna, she did get that angle kind of that I was talking about. So now it just complicated things a little bit. She's still okay because she can draw past the 9 and bring the 8 in the same pocket as the 7. So there will be some other scoring that I'll show you in a second on the other tables. The brackets are up on digitalpool.com. Oh, she missed and left her lucky again. So Ashley is really getting the rolls in this match so far. But she's also playing well in spots. Lonnie is definitely having to struggle a little more. No, I'm not keeping score on the other tables. The players have an app on their phone, and I think they're keeping them up. So we have the connection to that, and I can put that up here. So I don't think I could do all of that at once and talk to you guys. The only streaming table that we have right now is this one. Hopefully in the future, if more people will support the WPBA and go to the WPBA.com to find out how you can do that, we'll be able to get more cameras up, and that is our plan. Oh, that was unfortunate. Thank you, Doug. Yes, we love the interaction. And hopefully after the match, we'll be able to interview one or both of the players so that you'll actually get to see them on there, and maybe you can ask some questions while they're on the interview screen. There we go. That puts Ashley up 5-3. So let me give you some more scoring, and I'll also show you some of our sponsor things. But here's some of the live scoring that we have going on the other tables. You can check this out. So let's see, that table you were, I'm not sure, maybe what you're looking at on the digitalpool.com was an earlier match or one that's happening later, because right now this is the only streaming table. So maybe that's coming up next. I'm not sure. But you can see that on that digitalpool.com. Let me show. Oh, I think the players have taken a little bit of break, so I'm going to show you some of our sponsors. We have the Mad Hatter is right around the corner, and they've been a really good supporter of this event. I was in there the other night. They had Kelly Fisher and Way in there to do a little exhibition, and they've been telling everybody in town about it. They're just it's a small pool room that has some diamond tables in it. So we have the convention center here, which is the Fairfield Convention Center, and they're always great. We've been here 3 years now, and they treat us so well. They give us a little gift packet. Darren Hamilton is the promoter, also is a main sponsor, and a board of directors. So we really appreciate everything that he does. And I'm going to show you again some of the other sponsors, and then I'll answer some of your questions. So let's get to some of the all right. Let's see. Let's go to this live scoring again, and I can talk a little bit. Let's see if I can answer some questions here. As far as the Super Billiards Expo, I don't know the details. We always, of course, love to be there, but that might be something that's up to the promoter of that event, which is Alan Hopkins, and whether or not he's in what his plans for his show is. I don't know what the negotiations for that was, but we always love being there, of course. Let's see. Does anybody have any other questions? You can let me know. Oh, Angela's just sitting in the booth. You getting ready to play, Angela? I was hitting some balls. I told her, listen, you go focus, because she needs to go win her match. They've been doing great things here with this new booth. It's actually looking very, very professional. We've got 3 cameras. We've got the new interview camera here where when the players finish the match, they'll come up and do a little interview with us. Um, 3 cameras out on the floor, and that's kind of new, right? That's very new. So, and thanks to Angela Janik and Lonnie Fox-Raymond. Yeah, doing great, I think, right, people out there? Ooh, that would be nice. She's taking care of me, getting me a water. Let's go back and see if they're back yet. Nope, not yet. So they get 5 minutes for their break. But yeah, if you guys are sharing this with your friends, that's very appreciative. We want to build up our WPBA Facebook, not face, well, Facebook too, but the YouTube channel, because that's where we're going to put all of these matches on, and then you can go back and you can watch these anytime you want. Right now they're live streamed, but they should stay there. I'm going to put this pool ball thing up for those that joined us late. Ah, okay. All right, so, okay, let's see. Yeah, so sometimes the live scoring on Digital Pool that I put up there for you isn't quite updated to what I have. I do have the score 5-3 Ashley, so it should be updated now. Let's see. Yes, so they've updated it now because the players are responsible to do that on their end, and sometimes they're a little behind on that. The difference between a jump cue and a regular cue. Well, one of them is that it is shorter. Yeah, somebody mentioned it to you already that the jump cue is a lot shorter because you can't get the speed into the cue if it's a long cue. It's really hard to jump with a regular cue. Um, and then the hard tip, like she said. So the weight, it's sometimes lighter. Some like I've got a really light one and mine jumps great. But then there's some that are heavy, so that can go either way. All right, let's watch this 3 ball, see if she can pocket the 3 ball in the corner, in the bottom right corner. Okay, so didn't quite hit the balls correctly, so I think she hit it off the right side of the 1, and that didn't give it a nice force, so the 3 ball did not go in the corner, and she left an open shot for Ashley here. The 2 is in a funky position. So this is, I'm curious what she's going to try to do here. Probably draw back. Nope, she tried to force it forward. The only thing she's going to be able to do, I think, is a safety. If you want to know some of the upcoming matches, Tim, go to the digitalpool.com and then click on the WPBA Fairfield. Great shot. She's just trying to come up with something. And 6 was hanging, so that was a good shot. Navigating through this shot is going to be tough, so I'd play a safety here. Just put the 2 down the other end of the table. So a lot of people, when they do that shot, they put the 2 on the back rail. unless you can snug it up to a ball, the cue ball up to a ball, I kind of like leaving it the way it is now, where it's a one rail kick, because those are harder. When you put the object ball in the back rail, you can hit multiple rails and it makes it a fatter ball. So when you have choices of playing safeties, number one would be putting the two near another ball so it would be hard to hit. But giving them a one rail kick versus a two rail kick is a better thing for you. And that was a really nice hit. And she's getting the lucky roll now, so maybe this bathroom break did something. Okay, so now Lonnie has ball in hand. Janet. Wow. Janet, yes, I do see your comment. And as for the crystal, I have that safely at home. Thank you for joining back in with us, Janet. I don't remember though, was it here that I met you? I can't remember where I met you. Okay, she's got a nice angle on the 3. So she's just going to drift down. She's going to play the 3 in the side and drift down. The 4 is open, but you want to not be straight on the 4 because the 5 is at the other end. So give yourself a little angle when something like this happens. That was perfect. So now what she can do is two things. She can come in between the 9 and the 8, or she can go in between. I don't like that. See how she was pointing to me? That shows me that she's going towards a pocket. I would rather have the cue ball hit the back rail, just hit it a little harder, hit the back rail and come back out for the 5. Don't go towards that pocket. So if the 9 weren't there, she might have scratched. Let's see what she's got here. Is she going to go for the shot? Or she could play safety. She could bank the 5, kind of back down towards where she's standing, and get the cue ball to come over by the 9. Yeah, that's a good shot if she can get it. She didn't leave anything easy for Ashley, so she didn't quite get the cue ball by the 9. Oh, just hung that. So Lonnie is going to have another opportunity here to run the rack. I know that's a great conversation, but let's talk about this game, you guys. It's a nice little game here. You guys got any questions about WPBA or who's your favorite players out there? Leanne, who's your favorite player? Not necessarily in this match, but do you have somebody? Do you have an experience with somebody? Thank you, Kim. I'm glad that you can pick up anything. If you have any questions about the game, about their, anything, technical questions, just ask. I'm here for you. Leanne, Kelly Fisher, good pick. Kelly is a great opponent. Janet, I really don't know where Vivian is. She stopped playing, and I don't know what she's doing. I have not heard from her. Good question about Nicole Keeney too. Nicole it wasn't long ago that she played, so she just may not be able to get off work or whatever, some personal situations, I don't know. Young Kim, I think that she's got some things with her association going on. I heard she may be making a comeback with us. I hope that happens. And Lonnie just got out there and she's moved up on the score 5-4. And again, if this doesn't come up right away in the digitalpool.com, just give it a minute because the players are the ones updating. Let me take you to that screen. Let's see how they did. Yep, it's updated. Good picks here. Dana, Ashley Rice, and Catherine May are your favorites. Are they from your hometown area? And we got Kelly, the Fisher girl, Kelly Fisher and Allison. Both great picks. And Brittany she's been up in the top for a long time. She's such a strong opponent. Karen Kaur, I just saw Karen Kaur not long ago. She played in a straight pool tournament with me. And she's just got other things going on. She's here in the States, does play pool a little bit, but just not playing on the tour yet. Young Kim actually grew up in a 3-cushion pool room, so that doesn't surprise. Sorry, I got wrapped up in your comments and forgot to turn the table back on. So that was an attempt for a safety. Let's see if we can get a different angle to see if she got it. It looks like a jump shot. And if she does make it, the cue ball will come down to the bottom of the table near where the 3 is. So yeah, Siming Chen it would be great to have her back playing with us too. Okay, here we go. This is a nice jump shot. Oh, things are just not rolling. But had she made it, she wouldn't have scratched. So you got to kind of think about that. Thank you for your comments out there about the players. They're going to appreciate all that. Because remember, they can go back in and watch these matches too, and they'll see your comments. Kelly Kavanaugh. Hey, you. Thank you for joining, Kelly. Kelly, why are you here? Where are you? Why aren't you here? I miss you too. Kelly's a really good player that you probably know at home. Okay. Oh man, that was a very makeable shot. I don't think she was comfortable on that shot. So you see where the 6 and the 7 are kind of close. That's probably was playing in her mind. Heart, 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 back to you too, Kelly. Janet Tiffany Nelson now has a family, and she's living down, I believe, in, let's see, North Carolina maybe? But I see her on Facebook every once in a while, and she looks very happy. So that was an attempt at a safety, but wasn't really a good safety there. I think she was just worried about getting position. So if she can thin the 5 a little, and that was a nice shot there. Let's see if we have a good safety. Yes. So, I mean, either you're going to jump at this or you're going to take and kick. This, to me, is a really good kick shot because it's in the track of the most common kick, which is from pocket, a corner pocket to another pocket. Look out for that. Oh, that worked out pretty good, I think. Let's see another angle. Nope. So, you see this angle here. If she has a little angle, she can draw the cue ball to the left, like hit low, but almost like a punch shot. And it will bring it to the middle of the table and have a shot on the 6. So she has a nice shot here. Let's take that. It's probably this angle. No, that angle's better for us. So yeah, Mark, you're talking about coaches. A lot of these players now, especially the young up-and-coming players, they have coaches. Their countries are supporting them, and it's like a job. It's like a job. Some of them, they get paid to go in 5, 6 days a week and train. I think it's a wonderful thing. So we've got 6 in the side. She just has to determine where she wants to play the 7 next. There's options. She can just roll this 6 in and play the 7 in this side pocket where she's standing. She can come around 3 rails. That's all. That's a little bit off, I think, from where she wants to be. But it's okay if she rolls a 7 in the same pocket. Main thing is just stay down on the shot. Just focus on making it because the 8 will end up being a straight in shot if you just roll it in. So one of the best advice somebody told me is just one shot at a time. So basically it just means, yeah, that was a makeable shot that I'm sure she's disappointed on. That was a big mistake there because that could have tied the match up 5-5. She'll just come back up and down the table, play the 8 in the corner. That was perfectly done. Yeah, that was a big match for Lonnie. Big miss, I mean, from Lonnie. So Janet, well, hopefully one of these days we'll get to meet. Well, she really overstroked that. So I think the nerves are getting to these players a little bit. It's a tight match, and that's what happens sometimes. is your stroke gets a little bit inconsistent, which is what I'm seeing here. She stayed with it, and that makes that 6-5. Ashley, 6-4. Ashley Rice is ahead 6-4. So let me take you to some of our sponsors. I'll take a sip of water. Thanks for staying with us, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, she's going to break here. Hopefully that was a good break. She lost the cue ball a little bit, but it didn't hurt her any. So here's a side pocket shot. Leanne, sing for us. Leanne must know that I'm a musician, and I do have a video out there on YouTube, Leanne. I don't know if you've seen that. But if you look up my name, Dawn Hopkins, and I Will Dance, it's a song that I wrote. So thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I think pool used to be seen as corrupt, but nowadays it's really changed. And I do 100% believe it was the WPBA women who changed that. Back when I first started in the 80s, oh, she's asking the tournament director to come out and take the rack off the table, or somebody to help her because she doesn't want to just move that two ball. But back in the 80s, it was kind of embarrassing to say, yeah, I'm going to a pool tournament on my vacation time. But then we got on ESPN and we dressed in gowns. I don't know if any of you remember that, but we used to dress in evening wear, and we really were all fancied up because we were trying to change the way people looked at pool, and it worked. I'm telling you, it worked. So then I would be on a plane and people would say, oh, are you going to a pool tournament? And I'd say yes, and they were impressed. Oh yeah, we watch you on ESPN. So I think that definitely people have a different perception these days than they did even in the 80s. Sorry you don't have any pool rooms where you are. Maybe you should open one, Daniel. It's such a beautiful sport. As you all know, you're here watching with me, so you must feel the same way. So position here is going to be tight. 6 is next. But, making that 3 was it. Well, this is interesting. Let's see. See how close the 7 and the 8 and the 3 are. I don't know if she can sneak back behind the 7. Even if she can sneak back there, the cue ball is going to, after it makes the 3, is going to run into the 7. So it's going to be hard to get out of that corner. I might be calling a referee over here just to make sure. O2SLO. Are you saying you were Drake and Josh's mom? I was married to Alan Hopkins, yes. So, yes, he's calling the tournament director over to watch this hit because it's awfully tight to the 7. This is going to be a tough call. That was a good hit, but she couldn't hit the 3 the right way without running into that 7. Mark, as I said, it's up to the players to update the scores. And right now we are showing 6-4 on our screen. So I do have 6-4. Not really sure why it's not updating on the screen. Let's see if I can go over to the live scores. It says 6-4 there, so I don't know. Let me save it again, see if that works. There it goes. Okay. Nice stroke there. This is a really big game. Did she get it back enough? Well, sounding 6. There's actually quite a bit that we can do, though. It's not all about what we make in the tournaments. There's things outside of the tournaments that players do. They have sponsors, exhibitions, lessons. I've written a book, videos, commentary. Like there's endless things if you are creative enough. So I think you have to look outside of the box when it comes to things like the arts, and I do consider this part of sports and arts. Yes, I am still in New Jersey.
Match is completed on table 5 with Laura Smith victorious. Let's give it up for our local Tara Connor.
So we must have had a match finish down there. Laura Smith has defeated her opponent 8-1. So she must have played really good. That's my roomie. Okay, she can get this. She can get close, stay in the match. Nice shot. All right, so let's update that. 6-5. That tightens that match up. Okay, I just updated to 5.
And also table 2 has completed with Beth Fondell advancing.
Let me give you some
Even louder for Jerry Ing.
scores, live scores. So Jerry Ing, who is a wonderful person, has been with us for years on the tour, and she's actually in her 80s. She's the oldest ever player to play in the WPBA. We're fortunate to have the oldest and probably the youngest, which is Beep Beep, the Roadrunner, Savannah Easton. I don't know if she's ever the youngest ever. I can't tell you that for sure, but in this tournament, for sure. Julie, the race is to 8. So right now it's 6-5, close match. Let's watch this 8 ball into the back corner. Okay, she's missed that, so she mishit it a little bit. She was making that corner ball pretty consistently, but is still able to stay at the table because she made a ball in the side pocket. So the 2 has gone down. The 3 is next. The 3 is up by the 1. So if she makes the 1, it cuts it in and can come between the 9 and the 5 and go right back up and down the table. That's the way to shoot this. The other option is if she's not confident with that, she can play a safe, but I don't see a safe here. I think she's going to need to try to go for it. Shannon, the oldest is Jerry Ng, who just got knocked out of our tournament just now. She's in her 80s. I think she's 85, but I might have that wrong, but she's in her 80s. And she's lovely. I love her. She's so cute. Okay, that was not the greatest position shots. If it was that straight, she needed to do something different there. And Doug, you might be right about Lori John. I know that Lori John did play at a high level at very young age. Ashley's been great at the jump shots. She hit it, but left it wide open for Lonnie. Now Lonnie's got her work cut out for her because, as you can see, the 5 ball, I don't think it goes by the 8. If it does, there's only half a pocket. So when you have a half a pocket, you want to kind of be as straight as you can on it because you don't want to have to be cutting it in. It's hard to see. Super Guppy. That's a cute little name there, Super Guppy. Thank you. Thanks for coming out and listening with us. Yeah, half a pocket is tough. Now, the 9, she could run into the 9, but that's not playing position for the 6. So you either have to kind of go for the 9 or go for the position because you can't have both in this scenario. So she went for the position right up in the side pocket. Let's see if we can see a better angle. There's a good angle there with the WPBA banner in the background, and you can see the shot clock there on the right. So as long as they can get the shot off in 40 seconds. When it gets down to 30 seconds, if they're not down on the shot, they'll call 10. But if they're down on the shot like this, they can stay down as long as they need to make the shot. QT, that's pretty cool that we have you on the line and that you were her coach. I was not playing at that time, so I don't have a lot of information. Although Jean Belucas was still playing on the tour when, on my first event ever, I drew her. And we all kind of can guess how that went. It's a nice shot. So she's got some options here. I think she would just run the cue ball like high left, come behind the 9 ball over to the right rail for the 9. You can draw it, but it's a little more dangerous because of that side pocket. I like following it. It gives you more control over where the cue ball is going. Yeah, just like that. You've got a little bit more control. She came deeper than I thought she would. I was thinking of the other side of the 9, but it's a big game here. Ties it up 6-6. Big game, yes. All right, we got a match. It is now officially a race to 2 because it's 6-6 and they're going to 8. Anybody's game here. Let me give you some sponsorship info. Okay, here we are. Cue time. I think I will be stopping in. If I don't go to play, I will be going in. My son will be there working at it with his dad, and I always like to go visit the expo anyway. Lots of great people. It's like Old Home Week with all kinds of people from all over the world that come. And Daniel very well said, neither of these girls are losers. No. Watch the cue ball. That might be like the best break she's had so far. Not so much with the cue ball control, but as far as where the balls have ended up. So you see the 2 is down here at the table. I don't think she's going to be able to get much movement with the cue ball. Some people try too hard to get perfect position and they end up bobbling the ball or getting bad position. So I kind of like just rolling it forward a little bit, maybe punching it off the rail a little bit and taking the long shot on the 3. You're better off staying at the table than trying to create something that's not there. See, and she tried to go off the rail and create, just like I said, what's the difference of where the cue ball's at now versus maybe being by the 2? You still have a long shot, and she lost control of the table. So let's see, Janet, the reason we're not up there is because it's all depending on who's going to sponsor the events. Like we used to have a couple of places up there that would sponsor the events, and now it's taking us to different places. So if you know somebody that wants to bring us over there, we're open to listening. Just contact us through the WPBA.com if you have any inside information on venues. Okay, she's got the 3. Let's roll it down for the, I think that's the 4 right near. She's going to need to stay down on the table. I notice she's kind of popping up a little bit, trying to see what's going to happen, but you can't control anything once you've hit the cue ball. It's going to go where it's going to go, so just stay down and watch it. Super Guppy, yes, I do still play. I'm ranked 18th and seeded 10th coming into this tournament. I won my first match, and I play again at 10. That was a nice shot here. She just followed it up, has a little angle on the 7. Yes, Doug, I am still on the winner side. Thank you. You know, I've been playing with WPBA since 1984. That was my first event. And I've seen all the growth up and down with WPBA, and I got to say, it's just a wonderful organization, and I'm so thankful for you guys to support it because it's helped a lot of these ladies do something that they love to do, and they do it well. So without the fans, we don't have the tour. So it's kind of like a two-way street there. Thank you guys. I appreciate all your good comments there. 40 years of playing pool. I'm just glad to still be able to hang in with these young guns. Nice way to stay. That's a lot of pressure on her, knowing that you're tied up with only 2 games left. So now she's on the hill. Ashley is winning 7-6. And let's take you to some other scores on the other tables. See what's going on over here. I think we've got a couple of matches that just started or they're getting ready to start. And we have a close match with Nathalie and Amanda. Nicole and Ada. Nicole is on the hill. Lonnie and Ashley, of course, you're watching. And we have another close match on table 6 with Jay and Veronique. So we have some good matches going on here. Someday we'll be able to get all of them on the stream. Okay, here we go. Just breaking on the hill. If she can make a ball and stay at the table, and the match is over. See, did she make a ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, she did not make that ball in the corner. All right, let's see what Lonnie can do. Can Lonnie tie it up and make this an more exciting match than it is? So the combination is on here. I think that's the shot to shoot. Be very careful when you have, even if the ball you're making is close to the pocket, because you want to know where the 1 is going. You don't want to get stuck where you don't have a shot. And that was very well played. So the 2 is going to have to go into the side pocket, I think. Let's look at this angle here. Yeah, there's no pocket there. There is a pocket over here, but the easiest thing to do is to make the 1 and come around, spin it around 3 rails with high left-hand English and come back down to where she's standing. No, she didn't stroke it enough. So there's a safety coming up here because it does not go, as you can see here, it's not going to go by these balls. So it's an easy safe. You just roll up, put the 2 on the rail and roll the cue ball up to the 6. Okay, So I can't tell if she can squeeze by the 6 to hit the 2. That's why you really want to, when you play a safe, you want to tuck it right up on that 6 ball so that it cuts off the ability to hit a rail. So when we're playing safeties, we're really trying to freeze the cue ball up if we can. Otherwise, this can happen. Now, there's no reward. It was a great shot. She made a great shot, put it in, but just a half an inch difference, and she might have been out. Call it a day. Now, I think she's going to have to kick 2 rails behind the 4. That was a good hit. Is she going to get lucky? Maybe. Let's see the overhead. That's the overhead. Let's see if we can get this angle here. No, I don't think she can make it. She might be able to see it. A danger here if you kick the bottom rail. No, I think she can see it. So maybe she can cross bank this. If she can cross bank it, she can try to make it or play the safe. Thank you, Arlene. Glad I could help. There you go. Oh, she just nearly made it. This is a makeable shot for Ashley. It's makeable, and the thing I like about it is there's nothing you have to manipulate the cue ball for. You're just going to hit it, let the cue ball go up and down the table. Well, see, I don't like slow rolling that one. I would rather have kind of stroked that one and gone up and down the table because there's nothing in the middle of the table to run into, and the 4 is up by the pocket. So Lonnie her choice is to play a safe, which is a really kind of an easy safe. Just sticking the cue ball over by the 6 and pushing the 3 up the table a little bit. Or she can go for the pocket. It's just that there's a lot of clutter there between the 6, 7, 9. There's a lot of balls. So if she tries to make it, she's got to maneuver around those balls. I think she's calling an extension. So they're on a shot clock. I see the shot clock is at 0 right now. I don't really know what's going on with the shot clock. Oh, I don't know that she got a rail. I don't think she got a rail. If it's frozen, obviously she did, but if it's not, I don't think she got it. I didn't see it hit and bounce off, although I'm not standing there, and it does look a lot different when you're standing where Ashley is. So I think they're going to say that it did touch a rail. Yeah, that was, I don't believe that it hit myself, but again, I know as a player that if you're on this side of the table looking, and then you go to the other side of the table looking, it can look totally different. So she's playing it as is. I would definitely get a tournament director for this because it's near the 7 ball. The score right now is 7-6. Ashley is on the hill going to 8.
Table 4 is just completed with Nicole Bulgaria advancing. Let's give it up for Ada Leo.
So that would be a ball in hand. Kind of a interesting turn of events here. Hi, Robert. I think when I go to the other screens that it doesn't show it. When I give you these other angles like this, it doesn't show the score. Okay, Lonnie's got to get out this rack. So we don't have any fouls there, you guys. Whatever happened, the bottom line is when the referee's not near the table and there's a question, it goes to the player at the table. So she did, although Ashley did foul when she didn't hit the 3 at all, so that's why Lonnie ended up with ball in hand. Now that I think is just, I don't know, she's just nervous. She didn't seem very comfortable there. Even when she shot the 3, she kind of overstroked it a little bit. So let's see if we can get a better view here. I don't believe that Ashley can make this ball past the 7. She can hit it, but I don't know that she can make it. Oh, she could. Wow. Great shot. Very good shot. That was so close. So safety, I'm guessing she's going to play a safety here. I don't like the way that one was hit. I think I would have just thinned the ball, sending the cue ball up the other end of the rail. I'm not sure why she shot it like that, unless she was trying to bank the 5 in the pocket, but there was no reward. Let's give you this shot here. The players start to tighten up a little bit when it gets close like this. So a shot that in practice might seem really easy, as you can imagine, becomes twice as hard. This one, I think she just needs to slow roll. She just needs to pocket the 5 and just roll it slow, because you don't want to scratch in the corner. Okay, she's playing it safe, but that is not going to work. She's going to leave Ashley with a shot. And that happens where normally you would go and try to make that ball, because if she made it, she's got a shot on the 6. But because it's a tight score, she's trying to play tight, and it just didn't work. And that could have cost her the match. So let's see. This is what I like to call a tweener, right? Because you can play it up in the corner, but the better position would be to play it in the side, because the natural angle of the cue ball is to go up the table and come back down and be straight on the 7. That's too hard. And even if she had made it, she way overstroked it. I agree with you, Leanne. That was a hard safe. All right, let's see if she can get these 3 balls, and that would tie up the score here. I think she's perfect on this. There's nothing to do except stop shot. Stop shot, just hitting very, very little below the center. No left or right. You just stop the cue ball right there because the 9 is right there. You don't need to draw it back. See, she didn't really need to do that, but she felt comfortable. All right, tied it up, hill. Very exciting. Okay, you guys, it's a flip of the coin, right? This is where you like to be the one breaking the balls. If it's hill, so when you win the lag and it's hill, you're breaking. That's the big advantage of winning the lag. So I never take the lag for granted. Let me show you some of our sponsor stuff. Thanks again, you guys, for staying with us. We're going to have one more game after this. Okay, one rack for it all.
Table 4 is ready. From White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Sponsored by RJH.
As you can hear, they're announcing some matches.
Keeps Collision. Finishing Touch Plus Gamma Apparel and Main Home Recreation. Kendi Hyman. And her opponent from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Sponsored by Andy Cloth, Power Tips, Easter Billiards, and the Zone. Straight from line on corner pocket. The Velvet Hammer, Stephanie Mitchell. Both of those tables from lag and brick. Table 5 will be used over the Salt Lake for spring change.
Who is a passion for pool? Yes, this is Shiny Shoes Hopkins. Thank you. Nice break, perfect break. And yes, Rob, they do at Hill get 2 extensions for this, so let's see if they need it. But she's got a beautiful break. Nice shot on the 1 ball. Let's see, I don't know if the 2, with this view, I can't tell if the 2 can go down in the corner, but if it can, she just leaves the ball up that way. If not, she's going to have to get the cue ball down below the 2. So she does feel like she can make it. Let's take a look at this view here. Mark White. I think that's my new nickname now, Mark. I like that. Shiny Shoes Hopkins. Mark White is a great commentator. I wish you were in the booth with me, Mark. I'm all by my lonesome. It's lonely out here. So just put a little high English, roll it down just a couple of inches. She doesn't need to get down much. The harder shot is going to be the 4. So she came down quite a bit. I'm not sure why she came down that far, but it's okay. She's got an angle to get over for the 4. It would be better to be behind the 4. I don't know that she can do that, but I would draw the cue ball down behind the 4 ball and play the 4 up in the other corner maybe if it's too tight for the 5. Let's take this view and see. Oh, there's lots of room. Okay, so she can just roll it up. She's got to stay down on this shot. Just really focus on just this one ball and her ball speed. Okay, she's overstroked it. Now it's going to be difficult to get that 4 into the corner pocket. Here's some choices. I think she could shoot it. Like I said earlier, if you're a straight pool shooter, this is like a hanger. The cue ball's going to come off and possibly go into the 9 to stop the cue ball, maybe make the 9, but stop the cue ball for the 5 if it goes full. Number 1 is just to keep control of the table. So if she's not comfortable with this, she can tuck the cue ball up behind the 5 and play a safety. So didn't quite get that safety. Now let's see what Jessica is going to do. Keep in mind, it is hill, so there's a lot of pressure here. She went for the bank. That was a good two-way shot. If she had made it, she had the shot on the 5. Missing it, she's leaving a long shot for Lonnie. If Lonnie's going for this, you just have to get down and 100% focus on the stroke and making the ball. Did I say Jessica? I meant Ashley. Okay, she did not feel comfortable trying to go for it, and unfortunately has left a very easy shot in the side pocket. And this is our best view here. So I like to put a little bit of inside English on this, not much. Oh, way too hard. Way too hard, and this is devastating here. So we're going to get the jump stick out. She's pretty good at the jump stick, so I could tell as soon as she hit that one. And there's the nerves coming into play. See how loose her wrist is in the back? Because you're trying to get the speed. Oh, did she make that ball? Now she's trying for the side pocket and accidentally made it up in the corner, but getting a good hit, she was rewarded. So it could have won her the match if she can get out here. Okay, let's see what our angle is here. So she's got a funny angle to go up into the corner to get position on the 8. So she could cut this in the side and then play the 8 in the same side. Got to slow down there. Okay, so she's got the angle where the cue ball is going to the left of the 8 ball, not in the same direction as the 9. So this is going to be a long shot on the 9. And overcut it. Oof. Wow, did she leave her to... This is not... She might have left the angle where it's a natural cue ball scratch. Sometimes you can cheat the pocket down here on the bottom, like make the 8 and use inside English, cheat it a little bit, but I don't know that she can do that with this one. This is a hold your breath and see what happens. There, she did it perfect. See how she used that inside English? And she hit the rail first. Perfect. That was a beautiful shot. She deserves this win if she makes this 9-ball, for sure. And she's done it. Lonnie's won 8-7 over Ashley Rice. Now we're going to have to turn this around real quick because the match went long, so we are going to get the next match into play right away. Thank you guys for joining me, and share with everybody. WPBA